We've been talking about mitochondria, and one of the things that we sometimes want to know, many times we ask the question, how do we really manage that? What are the various things that we do in order to maybe eat something, any kind of food or anything like that? The process of uh, maintaining them is kind of interesting. As we already talked about, regular exercise, we mentioned that good oxygenation with good amount of air that we talked about. Something interesting that is, and the exercise is high intensity interval training, HIIT, high intensity interval training. What is high intensity? That means what we do, anything intensity. Today, what we did was alternate contraction and relaxation. That is quite high intensity if we do it really, really strong and then relax. And then we did that for about 10 minutes or 12 minutes. But minimum of 5-minute interval all the time. We did walking, you can running in the place, you can do various exercises that you do. High intensity for 5 minutes or maximum 10 minutes. And then relax and send a lot of oxygen and massage to the muscles. It's high intensity intermittent training. Second is called or interval training, and it's called interval training. Second one is cold exposure. Believe it or not, a cold shower. Expose yourself to cold. That will change the temperature in your shower from hot to warm. Start getting used to cooler showers. It takes a little effort to do that, but once you start doing it, and right now when summer is coming up, it's going to be easier. But once we start recognizing that cooler showers and cold on the face, for example, this is all activating the parasympathetic system. And it also relaxes and heals the mitochondria. It's kind of interesting to notice that. Sauna is the same way. If you put yourself in a sauna, we talked about another thing, which was fasting, a caloric restriction. If you restrict the calories, start cutting down a little bit. If you have a portion of lunch, you cut down the portion, get to the portion which is lower, which is okay for you. Have the stomach fill about 75% and enjoy it. Once we slow down in the eating, when we eat something, the food gets into the stomach. The recording of the fact that the stomach is full is done by a stretching of the stomach wall. And this is called ghrelin. Ghrelin is the name of a enzyme or actually a hormone that comes from the stomach, GHRELEN, ghrelin. That is a stretch part of the stomach. And the fullness of the stomach is actually recorded, takes 20 minutes. Supposing you ate your first bite, whatever pizza bite you took or a chapati or whatever you took, rice, it takes 20 minutes for that bite to be registered up here. And so just imagine if you slow down, you will have a lot better understanding about how full you are. Slowing down is very crucial. So slow eating, and then this is one of the ways, if you slow down, you can control your calories easier. Interesting way of thinking about that. There's a whole book called Slow Down Diet, okay? And that one. So that's the other part. And then vegetables. Now it's interesting that what type of vegetables are very important. They're called cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables are like broccoli, then the other one, cabbage is cruciferous, and cauliflower. Cauliflower, broccoli, those are the, they're called cruciferous, crunchy cruciferous. And these are the ones you can Google one cruciferous, there are many of them. But those vegetables are very essential for mitochondrial support. Then there are other aspects is when you get into the red light, any kind of red therapy, people talk about that. We don't have to worry about that right now. We have to avoid the chemical toxins and as much less of medications as we can. Many medications have problems that can really damage the mitochondria. And of course, the emotional stress. We have to relax ourselves and do that. The vitamins. In vitamins B1, B2, B3, vitamin D, these are very, very important. Magnesium, iron, of course, and manganese is something that they talk about. But many times we have multivitamins or something, we'll have enough of that. These are all supportive elements that are essential for mitochondrial function. Overall balanced diet is fine. There's another one, coenzyme, this coenzyme CoQ10 has been used by many people, particularly when you have mitochondrial dysfunction. If there are some definite energy situations that are going on, the energy is low, and we attempt all the other stuff that we're talking about here, and still the energy remains low. As we age, the mitochondria also has a little bit of a wall around every mitochondria is a small wall. And that small wall, thin wall membrane, it allows oxygen to get in. We breathe, allows all the oxygen to get in. Remember, we talked about 38 ATPs, 28 ATPs, something like that. That happens, and that cell wall can retain that oxygen. Once the oxygen is inside, it's okay. All the oxygen remains inside. But supposing there was some porosity or leak in that membrane, all the oxygen will not get in. Some oxygen will be leaking out of that mitochondria into the outside cell, cytoplasm, into outside the cell. If you have that energy leak, for example, I have an energy leak here. If I don't caulk my everything around in my windows and other things, the caulking is done properly, I'll have an air leak. I'll have the air condition going out and heat coming in. That happens in our homes. That is that caulking and all thing. That is a seal that has to be there, and the seal starts getting loose as we start getting aging, as we get older, and that is why these processes, particularly exercise and breath work, becomes very essential as we get older, and then that way you maintain that balance that is there. There may be some leak, obviously, but it can be managed. So I just wanted to make sure that we understood how we can maintain the integrity and functioning of mitochondria along with healing it and repairing on a regular basis.